Good morning, everybody. Hey, I wanted to make this video this morning a little different than the videos I usually do for Action Monday. I wanted you to see what is it that I'm looking at when I go in and review one of your transactions that you've turned into the Homebase system. The other day I got an email from an agent in JTM. It was David DeMarco, and I love it, David. He said that I wear a lot of hats because I had reviewed his transaction, and I actually do. Apparently I wear the hat of reviewing your files. So while you're in JTM, I review your transactions in our Homebase system. My job is to sign off on those, to give them a check to make sure that everything was turned into our system appropriately, and just to make sure that I'm keeping your broker, look over at your broker right now, give them a thumbs up, keeping your broker out of jail, keeping you out of jail, keeping your license intact, that kind of thing. Just from a company compliance standpoint, my job is to look at your transactions and make sure the paperwork has been turned into the office or into the office and company correctly. So you'll see from my screen right here, I'm in my CB desk. So I'm just going to click into Homebase really quick and just show you kind of what I'm looking at. And then when you get emails from me, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. So we're going to go into the Homebase system right now. And I'm just going to go ahead and do, I'm just going to quickly go in and look as though, I believe I already have it pulled up, as though I'm in the Tooele office, and I picked on Cecil. So Cecil, if you're out there, I've got your transaction pulled up here because you did a great job, and all of you do a great job, but I just happened to recently review Cecil's transaction. So I wanted to show you what it's looking like in our Homebase system. So I go in, and the first thing that I'm responsible to do is go down and look for any of the documents that they've indicated are mandatory that I check off. For me, for our new agents, it's mandatory that I check off all of them. So the first thing I go look at with a buyer transaction is I go look at the exclusive buyer broker agreement. I open that up. I scroll through that guy. Let me just pull it up. I scroll through the buyer broker agreement. Hello, where did you go? There it is. I scroll through that document, and I'm looking to make sure dates are correct at the top. I'm looking to make sure initials are in appropriate places, making sure that it's been filled out accurately. So that's the first thing I do on a buyer is look at buyer broker. Then I go to the REPC. And let me just quickly show you what I'm looking at in a REPC. As I scroll through the REPC, I'm specifically looking in our system to make sure that dates are accurate, that all boxes have been checked appropriately. I'm looking to make sure, just making sure that each section's been filled out correctly. Now, Cecil did a great job. You'll see that there's no seller initials here, but below we have the copy with all the buyer and seller initials. So I'm going to scroll down to that one so we can see, there he goes. He's got his contract in there really well filled out. He's got all the initials. So I'm scrolling through, I'm looking for any missing boxes, check boxes. I'm looking to make sure that everything's been, like I said, everything's been filled out correctly. All pages have been initialed and signed appropriately. The other thing that I'm looking for, I will notice when I get to the last page. So I'm just skimming through, making sure everything is signed correctly. But then on this last page, I'm looking to make sure right here, acceptance counteroffer, I'm looking to make sure that that has been checked, either accept or counteroffer or reject. Lots of times when I review, the checkbox is not there. And we've got a problem. We've got a transaction that isn't accepted. So in this case, it's been appropriately accepted. As I said, good job, Cecil. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to make sure we've got a signed, sealed, delivered, fully wrapped up, executed contract. Then I'm going into any addenda, and I'll explore the addenda, check those out. Then my eyes immediately are going through our system and making sure, do I have for your protection, get a home inspection? Do I have that document signed? And I'll give that a quick look, make sure that that's in there, because I want to make sure that the buyer has been informed of the protection of getting that home inspection. And why does that document not want to open up in there? Of course, because I'm videoing this, that guy doesn't want to open up in there. Let's see what happened. All right. Anyway, I'm going to check that document to make sure. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to check the buyer due diligence checklist. I'm going to give that one a quick check and just make sure that that is showing up in our system as it's supposed to. And it's possible that you haven't clicked and submitted that to Homebase yet, but you have it in .loop. So all you're going to do is get a notice from me saying we don't have it in our system. So please don't feel like what I'm saying is that you did something wrong. I'm just saying we don't have it in our system. There are occasions when you will click a document in .loop to send it to Homebase, and for some reason it does not make it there. We're dealing with technology, maybe it just doesn't make it there. So make sure that if I send you a message saying we don't have these in Homebase, and you're looking at your .loop saying it looks like I submitted it, then get with your staff. See if you can figure out where we have a problem. But anyway, I'm going to scroll through here, and I'm mostly initially looking for your buyer broker agreement, your Rep C, all appropriate addenda, and the buyer due diligence checklist. I'm looking for your protection, get a home inspection. I'm looking to make sure we have copy of earnest money and earnest money receipt in there. And then you have a lot of other documents associated with the transaction. You have your affiliated business arrangement. You have your home warranty. You have your wire fraud. You have your, let's see, you've got lead-based paint if that's appropriate. You have your transaction doc receipt. You have other documents that are at the preliminary title report that are to be included. And so typically I'll send you an email just letting you know what it looks like we might still be missing. And again, those may be in your .loop, which is great. We just need them submitted to our Homebase system. So hopefully this gives you an idea of kind of what I'm looking at, and I'm scrolling through to make sure that I have the appropriate documents turned in and received. So hope that gives you an idea. We're just trying to, like I said, keep you out of real estate jail, keep your broker out of real estate jail. So good job on this one, Cecil, and good job to all of you. I love reviewing your transactions. Hope to see lots more. Please let me know if you have any questions. Go out and make it a great Monday. By the way, upcoming this week, we have Quantum Home Tour training on Thursday and Friday. So looking forward to having you at the Union Heights office for Quantum Home Tour training. If anybody has any questions or needs any help with anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. Have a great Action Monday. Bye-bye.